Changing ourselves with times. So many things change. The times have changed. We have accepted modernity. Science and technology have embraced us. Our views of the world have changed. Our views about the stars, the sun and the moon have changed. Every time we look into the sky, today we look with a new vision. Yet, when we look inside, there are few things that have been there since time immemorial. There are some things which have been taught over centuries and they have not changed a bit. Is it time for us to change them as well? Is a question that we have to ponder upon. Welcome to this episode of Change. Today, we have Rajyogini Brahma Kumaris Sister Usha with us to talk about the religious beliefs. Do they require a change? Didi, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Religion is often considered one of the sacred subjects. Sacred in the sense only those with authority must speak on it.
Yeah.
And since I come from a younger generation who did not believe so, most of us shy away from this topic. But since you are an authority on religion, you have been a Rajyoga teacher, you have studied Gita extensively, and you also have the same authority on what other belief systems are. We think that religion was given a long time ago. Some religions have their origins, but some religions do not have origins. They have just come over from the centuries as a lifestyle. Since this is the case, sometimes we feel that it is an old concept and it requires a new change in them as well, because we live in modern times.
Yeah, definitely. The times have changed, situations have changed. The entire world and atmosphere of the world is changing.
In a very fairly funny note, one could say that the gods have also changed. If I would look at history, historically speaking, what the Romans worshipped, what the Greeks worshipped, what the Egyptians worshipped, what the Mesopotamians worshipped, what the original Indus Valley people worshipped, are no longer the same gods.
Yeah.
And I was reading this very beautiful book which talked about how gods have changed in the previous times. In India, for that matter, where it is a land of spirituality, in the Vedic age, the sun, the moon, the fire,
the elements of nature. Yeah.
And as time has passed by, the gods have also evolved. And today, if you would see, we would have a pantheon of gods. There's so many gods to be worshipped. And yet Hinduism, somewhere down in its root, believes that God is one. The universal truth is one.
Yes.
So there's a conflict of interests here, where I see that things have changed, and at the same time, I also want that things must change.
Yeah.
So do you think it is wrong to question, wrong to hope for a change in religious beliefs?
I don't think so. It is wrong. I think even the religious people need to keep themselves open, because if they really want to attract the modern generation, the young people, the highly intelligent people, then definitely they need to bring about some changes, because then only the acceptance will be there. Otherwise, that religion can vanish away.
And most of belief systems are connected to religion. One of the common things is about cutting nails in the evening.
Yeah.
It is a situation which happened in our family. My elder brother would talk to my aunt and he would say, I have to cut my nails. And she said, no, it's already evening and you must not cut nails in the evening. And he said, why must we not cut nails in the evening? And she said, no, it is not the system to cut nails in the evening and it is against our religious beliefs. And since he was a little modern, he went on to argue saying that, why? I want to know why. And she said, no, since the old times, we have been taught that we must not cut nails in the evening. It is considered inauspicious. And he said, let us think, why did they say so? Let us argue upon it. Let us bring forth our ideas. And we were always sitting, we were young. And we said that probably the reason why they avoided or they asked people to abstain from cutting nails in the evening is because centuries ago there was no electricity. People would light up a lamp, and we did not have nail cutters then. People would have to cut nails with their knife, and there were fair amount of chances that because of low visibility, you could cut your finger. It could
yes.
injure you.
Yes, yes.
And that is the reason people connected it. And my aunt agreed, yes, this could have been a reason. She said, this could have been a reason. And we said, okay, if this could have been a reason, but we now live in a different time. We have nail cutters, we have modern lights. There are no chances that we can hurt ourselves because the night is as bright as the day.
Yeah.
And so it must be okay to cut our nails. She half-heartedly agreed to it.
Okay.
And she said, look, what I had to tell you, I have told. If you want to do something, you will either ways do, you can continue doing.
Yeah.
So my brother went on and he cut his nails and the story got over. But what remained was her half-hearted acceptance to it. So do you now see that we have to bring about some changes in the way religious beliefs have been handed down to us?
Yes. Because during those times when these rituals were practiced, I think they were connected to the religious thing because people had great faith in religion. And so they accepted that without questioning, without arguing. That was final. So that is why some things which the elders wanted their younger ones to do, they connected it with religion so that no argument and they would accept what we say. Otherwise, naturally, every time there was a young generation coming up and they would have their own ideas. So they would start questioning. Just as today we question, similarly during those days our parents would have also questioned their grandfathers. So when they connected with the religious thing, okay, it is inauspicious. We don't know why it is inauspicious. No. So then it was accepted without questioning. So because of the time where there was a lot of blind faith, lot of such rituals, so there were some religion heads, I would say, who connected such things so that they can make people believe and go, let their ideas be victorious, so that the victory can remain. But nowadays we find everybody cuts their nails. Other religions, they don't have this ritual, not cutting in the evening time. I heard that there was one lady who was a principal of a college, and regularly since childhood, she said, she has cut her nails at night only. And she has gathered all the nails that has cut. She would cut on a newspaper and she gathered the nails, and today she has this much of nails. And she has accumulated all the nails all these years. And she said, I never cut in the morning, I cut in the evening only, or late night only. Nothing has happened to me. Because she was educated, so she challenged that belief, maybe, without arguing, to see what inauspicious should happen in her life. And nothing has happened.
True. Not everybody is as bold and experimentative as you would say. Many people would simply meekly agree to it. But there have been social changes associated with religion. If today, if I would want to experiment something new, if I would want to bring about a change in my religious belief system, if I want to question or challenge it for myself, I somehow do not see where I would go with it, or I would not know who would be the right person to ask. If I would want to make a change for myself, I do not know where to start. How would spirituality help?
Spirituality is beyond religion. Religion sometimes binds us, but spirituality is above, because spirituality is that which is connected with the spirit, my consciousness. And that is why the consciousness is accepted by all the religions. So spirituality is for all. And that is why it is universal. It has been universally accepted. Therefore, we find in spiritual organizations, wherever the spiritual organization exists, people from all walks of life and all religions they come together and they start following that path because somewhere they are like, they do not want to practice, which is forced ritually on them. So they feel, no, I would better go into a spiritual organization which has an openness and where I can accept others' ideas as well. Every religion has some good in them and some flaws also. So let us accept what is good in everything and create a life on the basis of that. So that is where spirituality is beyond religion. Religion, sometimes there are a lot of clashes. Within the religion also and with other religions also. But if we go beyond, like, I'll just give you an example. Supposing I'm sitting on this chair and I get attached to this chair. Now, I'm so attached, I don't want to get up. But I want to go from here to that door. And I'm moving with the chair.
It's very heavy. It's very odd.
How would I look like? I would become a piece of laughter for all.
Yes.
My body shape will take the shape of the chair, and people will think, how is she? If she wants the chair there, she can just get up, detach herself from the chair, take the chair and put it there.
Sure.
And sit there. But at least she would not become a piece of laughter for all. This is what happens. If I'm too much holding on to those religious beliefs, sometimes I start behaving in that manner.
Yes.
My complete personality is going to take the shape of that idea, and where I become a piece of laughter for all. Everybody is going to say something or the other when they see me, and I'm hardly aware of it.
It so commonly happens that when a person adheres to something, that if he strongly believes in something like this, many people start labeling it as extremism. The other person would not find comfortable to discuss something because he would be preoccupied with your belief systems, which he would know that no, discussing something like this with him is not possible because he holds his views dear to himself.
And there will be a literal argument only.
Yes.
So it is better leave him, let him keep his own beliefs. There is nothing of us to get entangled with. That is where people would come to us, talk to us, but they would never accept our religious feelings, or they would never accept our ideas. So the more flexible we are, just as I said, if I'm flexible, I get up from the chair, and if I want the chair, I can take it there. So similarly, let me practice my religion in that way, where I am flexible with time, and still at the same time I can benefit from it. Just like if I take the chair there, I'll benefit there as well. But I will not become a piece of laughter. I won't spoil my body posture, and I will be flexible.
You still maintain your individuality. Yes.
So similarly, even while following religion, following religion is not bad. The principles of the religion which were made were also having some scientific importance. But today, because people are not aware of those scientific principles, the science behind those principles, so they hold on to it. And that is where their complete personality, their complete ideas are also attached to those beliefs. And some people would say, oh, he's very stubborn about it. The label of stubborn comes there. He's so stubborn, he would not listen to your idea. Don't give him any of your ideas. Otherwise, he will try to convince you. So people start moving away from him.
They start keeping distance.
Yes, distance. Yeah.
Even when somebody would create a distance, there is no harm really.
Yeah.
It would be like, it is still safe.
Yeah.
Okay, you don't agree to what I have to. I'm keeping my distance from you. Let's not talk about this.
Yes.
Thing. It would still be safe.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you are attached to your belief system, you're so attached to it that you would want other people also to accept it.
Yeah. That is wrong.
That is when it becomes a thing, a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
If we are very rigid or very stubborn, like you said, then probably our coexistence would not be easier.
People would never accept us. And slowly with time, when we vanish, whatever ideas that I was holding would also vanish away. So that happens for all. Or that particular religious people, the whole group, they vanish away. And nobody wants to follow that. Because they feel, no, it's not taking them in the right direction. Otherwise, we find those religions who have kept themselves open, who have accepted everyone, who has not forced anybody, they are flourishing in the world. And their existence is also there. No matter, there are some flaws in that also, but still they are flourishing. So this is where actually spirituality binds all the religions together. Because in spirituality, we are showing the significance of whatever they are doing in their particular religion, why it was done. Like in the Indian thing, when they worship the people tree, why do people go around worshipping that people tree? Because during that time, people felt that in the entire nature, people tree is the only tree which gives 24 hours oxygen. So that people do not cut that tree. So the scientists attached that with the religious beliefs, worshipping. So whatever they worship, they won't cut it.
Something which is sacred always remains safe.
Yes. So they can keep that safe so that the generations that are to come, and whenever there will be people who will be cutting trees and making the land so barren, so that is where such trees will be safe, which will give oxygen to them in the coming years also. So everything has a science behind it.
So this is also the time for us to come above, to not stick to what our rigid beliefs are, but to evolve from it and to see what spiritually binds us together.
Yes, yes.
And if I want to look at things like this, if I want to come to that platform to spiritually evolve, to see what unites us all, do you not think so there must be a scientific temper where I ask questions about what could be the reason behind it? No? Must I not have the ability or the curiosity to question why is it being done?
Yes, we can. And there's nothing wrong in it, because we learn the science behind it. And then it becomes easy for us or the young generation to accept. Like we have the Ganges, the holy Ganges. Similarly, in Makkah there is the Zamzam water. And similarly, in Vatican they have the holy water. So everywhere where they baptize the young children with that holy water. So everywhere, why this holy water? Because when it is in a religious place where so many people come with lot of faith, that vibrations, the elements of nature are catching those vibrations. And so water is such an element, when it takes that vibrations very easily, and if we take that water in, it is going to affect us. Physically also, it will keep us healthy because of the pure vibrations that I'm taking in. And that is why. So every religion has many things in common, where we can unite, we can come under one roof and spiritually evolve ourselves in order to create a better world.
As much as I love this idea about coming to this point, for somebody who has understood spirituality, it might be easier. But somebody who has had that rigid upbringing, or who had been taught or tutored to do things like this, when a person is challenged with that mindset, one might find it very difficult to let go of that belief. Not that he or she does not want to, but because it has been passed down to you, because it has been ingrained in you so much. So a person would think twice before, must I question this? Is it really okay to question? This is just about questioning. Far more going beyond and trying to understand requires a lot of courage. How a person could develop that?
Everybody in today's world wants some newness in their life. And even in the understanding, they want new ideas. So in a different way, we can give them a new idea, which gradually let them practice or experiment it in their lives, not telling them you have to give up this. You have to give up your idea. Let them take in something new. Then they will see the difference in their own lives, and then they can at least understand the use of that idea in their life and how they have been doing this. So now I understood why we were doing this. So this is how the acceptance can be, or we can easily bring a change in them. Otherwise, if we tell them you have to change, it is going to be a great resistance.
Yes.
We don't want to change people. We don't want to change their belief system, especially the religious belief systems. But let us give them new ideas also, that they can, which is universally accepted and which they also feel easy to accept. Let us give them such ideas.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And I think this would be something that we would all be open to.
Yes.
As much as we are open to newer ideas, newer thoughts, it would create a better world,
Yes.
no doubt. And no doubt there is a stronger heritage, a richer heritage that we can all carry forward. But let us take the goodness in them and let's create something new.
Let us keep ourselves open. We go with them to their religious places. We bow down also. We pay respect also. They will like it. Look, this. So when we invite them for something change, they will also accept. Because we have respected their feelings, their beliefs, the time will come when they will also respect our feelings and our ideas. And that is when, slowly and gradually, you can let them judge, let them decide, let them think, let them change themselves.
It was very beautifully put, Didi, and I think I cannot thank from the audience's behalf, but I personally would thank that such a beautiful insight could be such simply put. And if we all come to that term, to raise a bow and to come with acceptance to everything that comes, then I think religious beliefs would no longer be rigid. It would help us to grow further spiritually. Yes. Thank you so much for sharing your insights, Didi. So that was about religious beliefs. The more we think about it, there's more to it. But it is time for us to explore, to experiment, to ponder. Why did we do this? On this note, I leave this change to you. Till then, take care.